extreme heat warning has been issued today for Wales, southwest England. The temperatures rise into the low 30s. Elsewhere, the sunshine and heat wave continues, but it comes crashing down with thunderstorms at the weekend. All the details of that and more coming up live from Windsor. I know, and this is the problem, isn't it? We all want this warmth and the sunshine, or many of us do, for the summer, but now that we've got it, it's just a little bit too hot, particularly by night time. So yes, as you mentioned earlier, the Met Office have issued their first ever extreme heat warning. Have heat added into the mix, and the reason for that is at the moment, the UK is warming. The world is warming because of climate change, and we are now 30 times more likely to experience extreme heat in the UK summers than we were in pre-industrial times, and our heat waves are likely to last for twice as long. So when we reach its sort of certain extreme temperatures, there's not thresholds for certain amounts of days or certain lengths of time, but at the moment it's looking at the impacts. So at the moment for Wales, southwestern parts of England, there's a warning for extreme heat because our temperatures are just that bit above average, both by day and by night. So daytime temperatures, we're looking at 32, maybe 33 degrees, which is perhaps more usual for southeastern areas, not so much southwestern areas. But it's these nighttime temperatures that could stay up between 17 and 20 degrees Celsius. That would make it a tropical night, 20 degrees, and it impacts our activities. We're more likely to head to the coast, we're more likely to go out in the water, which means we're more likely to get in danger, and also more likely to see infrastructure impacts such as road and rail. So just be aware of that through the next few days. This lasts all the way until Thursday, because yet again today, hot, dry, sunny is the name of the game. For most of us, not for all of us. Northern areas of England and Scotland have got cloudier skies, those northern and eastern coasts, and it's that will hold those temperatures back into the high teens, and the cloud thick enough for the odd spot of drizzle. But elsewhere, blue skies and sunshine with temperatures high 20s, just into the low 30s, 32 are high. But we need to watch out for East Anglia and South East. Just like yesterday, these really isolated thunderstorms popped up. We're likely to see a late weather warning for these thunderstorms issued, and when they come, they will be heavy and torrential with gusty winds and hail. So watch out for those later, Charlotte.
Another extreme.
Good morning to you. We are live in Windsor this morning, where it is a beautiful start to the day, barely a cloud in the sky. And today we'll be following the guys who are going to be doing the annual swan upping. It's something that couldn't happen last year. It has happened for hundreds of years, and it's only the second time they haven't been able to do it because obviously the COVID restrictions last year. But weather-wise today, the other thing we're talking about is the heat, because the Met Office have issued their first ever extreme heat warning. It's just one of our normal weather warnings, so heavy rain, strong winds, thunderstorms, snow and ice. But now we have them for heat. In a world where we're much likely to be warmer, particularly in the UK, we're much likely to see more extreme heat that will impact us. It's worth having a warning in place so that we are aware that the actions we take, such as going to the coast, more likely being in water, could have more impacts on us. So just take care with all the actions you are doing and make sure you stay hydrated and don't forget your sun cream. But for today, the weather continues to be high pressure dominating, hotter air is trapped, and that means those temperatures are climbing by day and by night. A mild start this morning. We have another one of our tropical nights where temperatures have fallen no lower than 21 degrees Celsius. So blue skies take us through the day for most of the country, a little bit grey for northern areas of Scotland, eastern coast of England as well, and that means it could be a bit damp and drizzly and not quite as high here, our temperature wise. But let's take a look at our 7-day outlook. So for Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England, I've chosen our absolute top temperatures so you know how hot it is going to be over the next few days, and temperatures high 20s, potentially just into the low 30s. Percentage chance of rainfall remains low through most of the week, a low chance of some drizzle or the odd shower, but much higher later on into the weekend as a threat of thunderstorms looks set to arrive. But fortunes further south for England and Wales, well, our absolute top temperatures here are into the low 20s. We're looking at 22, maybe 23 degrees Celsius, which isn't exceptional for the time of year, but certainly a prolonged heat wave could have impacts on us. And then looking at our percentage chance of rainfall, largely dry for the next few days, but torrential thunderstorms forecast as we head into the weekend. A very good morning to you. We are in Windsor this morning. The sun is shining. We're on the River Thames. Behind me are the swans, and later on today they're going to be counted as part of the annual swan census that happens every year. It has done for around about 800 years, but last year it didn't, for the second time only, because of the COVID restrictions. So more on that later, but for today the other story is the heat and the humidity. The Met Office have issued its first ever extreme heat warning. We have weather warnings for heavy rain, for strong winds, for snow and ice. We now have them for heat, and this is the first time they've been issued. We have it through western areas of the UK, Wales and southwestern areas of England. Daytime temperatures up to 32 degrees, nighttime temperatures potentially no lower than 20. And it's because of this and the activities you're likely to do and the impact to infrastructure that this has been issued. Weather-wise across the country today, it's blue skies and sunshine, the name of the game for many of us. Cloudier skies for the north of Scotland with some patchy rain and drizzle. Cooler the North Sea coast as well. As I mentioned, top temperatures 32 degrees, but that could trigger some torrential thunderstorms for eastern areas later.